behind a cause, behind an idea, behind a concept. And that was a trend in 2021. And I think that is helping this NFT trade.
Yeah, Mel, you bring up a great point, but this is so much more than that, because I think that the Reddit, that thing is really only about money. And what I think Les is talking about, and I think what I've kind of learned over the last few months is spending some time, kind of digging into some of these communities, is that it really is about the art. And it's about this connection between the creator of the art and those people who actually see that value, right? And so it's this direct link, cutting out the middlemen. And so that's what I find really interesting. And I think we've been talking about NFTs since the Beeple sale all the way back early in the year. And it really is something that's very new, and we're going to see it across all different types of art. So to me, I find it very interesting. I will make one point, going back to what Chris Harvey just said about crypto and the pocket of enthusiasm there. These are financial instruments. Make no mistake about it. The gas fees that it takes to kind of get on board and ape into these things, and then the of kind of hoping that they will go up in value, not just to be part of a Discord community, okay? So there's a lot of people who've been on-ramp into this financial world, right, and they think it's something that it may not be. And if these prices were to come in very hard, that is something that you just have to throw onto the layer of all these layer one tokens that BK talks about all the time, that there is risk there too. So this is a pocket of risk that I don't think is really being accounted for at the moment.
I did want to go to BK on how you invest in the token side of things in NFTs, BK.
Yeah, so can I just say that it warms my heart to hear Dan talking about layer ones and gas fees. It's just fantastic. But how do you invest this? Listen, I'm not an art investor. I'm never going to be able to understand why one Bored Ape is worth more than the other or is worth 90 million. That's just not what I do. But what I can do is buy the infrastructure that all these things are built on. And that's what
I like this.
Layer one. So that's Ethereum and Solana. That's where all of these NFTs are being minted on. So in a sense, if you think about this as as an analogy to Facebook, as the network grows and NFTs are one part of that network, then in theory, the underlying coin should do well, Ethereum or Solana or wherever it's minted. So that's how I look at it and say, okay, NFTs is one sector being built on top of these platforms, and there's going to be other sectors out there, and have at it, go for it, make a $90 million ape. I'm not going to be able to pick that, but I know I can buy the infrastructure.
All right, coming up. The good and the bad of 2021. Our traders are breaking down their hits and their errors as we head into a new year. Plus, what is that Twitter flying higher? The social stock climbing nearly 4% in today's session. We'll dig into what's behind that move next.
Get your trades to go with the Fast Money Podcast. Catch us anytime, anywhere. Follow today on your favorite podcasting app. We're back right after this.
All right, let me fast forward it. I think that's pretty much it when it comes to the NFT stuff.
Opportunities to pick winners, but as the saying goes, you can't win them all. So now it is time to go around the...
Yeah, you got to search Sinadeen. I'm on YouTube. Search my name, CINADEAN on YouTube.
In retrospect, my acronym should have just been because I got to tell you, Lisa.
I don't own any quant. I've heard good things about it. I haven't done my research, so I just don't own any. But I've heard good things about it.
Did years ago was so Intel wouldn't be a monopoly. Well, the tides have turned clearly, and I think that will continue. And the one that
Yeah, they're on my YouTube. I post them on my YouTube. I was just banned from TikTok, so that's why I wasn't able to post recently. But now that I'm unbanned, I will do probably more lives and I'll do less TikToks just because, I'm worried.
Interestingly enough, Mel, the most innovative companies in technology fared very badly this year, despite all.
This live stream I will put on YouTube and the previous live stream. So just wait like a day and it'll come up on my YouTube.
These great secular shifts going, but they're real. I was looking at Ethereum, and that was the one in January that I focused on. I've been buying that on dip.
I bought more at Google. I did not buy Apple or Amazon or Microsoft, but I'll probably buy a little bit if there's a dip.
But markets through all of those SPACs, One of them was SoFi. This is a company that I really like, and it came public through one of his SPACs this year. I started buying in the high teens, and it hasn't been fantastic for me. It kind of finds support down there in that 14 to 15 level, and that's where I added the other day to it.
All right, Brian Kelly.
Yeah, well, for me, I'll go to the chip area first. So NVIDIA, that was my hit. That one, they actually went well beyond even my expectations. NVIDIA did well before we even knew that Facebook was going to change their name to Meta, and the metaverse was going to be a thing, and more 3D chips were going to be a thing. I'm a little worried about it now because a lot of that has been played out, but that was a huge hit. On the miss side, it absolutely has to be silver. I really thought that with the inflationary pressures, the potential for a short squeeze, Wall Street bets getting into silver, that we actually would have a nice outperformance in SLV, the ETF. And to add insult to injury, I played it through options. So
Thank you for the likes, Anthony.
Here, so that was my miss.
Okay. Victoria, how about you?
Yeah, so our hit this year was
Yes, thank you for the haircut. Yeah. Trying to look less like a bum. Someone left a comment, you look like a homeless person, so I had to go cut my hair.
modeling of homes up 20% year over year. And with housing and inventory struggles we were seeing there, Lowe's did really well. You look at earnings at about 38% year over year, margin expansion, stock buybacks. I think Mark Nelson did a really good job of Lowe's, so that's our hit. On the other side, unfortunately, we were underweight energy this year, and energy being one of the best performing, if not the best performing sector this year. But there were a few reasons we were doing that. One, there was concern about demand, not just during the hardest times of COVID, but concern about would people be driving back to offices and doing things. So concern about demand, uncertainty around supply. We saw all the headlines around OPEC and what was going on there. And then we actually have a lot of concern in regards to ESG with some of the energy companies. A lot of our assets that we manage at Crossmark have some type of screening component to them, whether it's exclusionary.
So I'm going to go ahead and end this live. I thought, what's his name? Party Finance and some of the other guys were going to jump on. They were not able to come on. So I'm going to end this live. I will probably go live again once I text them and figure out what's going on. So thank you for watching, and we will do a live soon.